So the year is now 2024, and somehow we still have updates on the Lauren Mortician / Jeanette Braun situation. I know I've kind of said this before, but it is a bit mad that we're still talking about this, because when I made my original video, I was 99% sure that was just going to be a one and done. Because even though it might not seem like it, because we do have some topics that we continue for a lengthy period of time, most of the topics we talk about on this channel are one and dones, and I really thought that this was going to be one of them. But it's not, and it's still going on. It's been months at this point. It's getting a bit ridiculous. And shock horror, Jeanette Braun is still being as delusional as ever. Because 9 days ago, a YouTuber called CC Suarez uploaded a video called TikTok's Most Unhinged Lawyer, Jeanette Braun. And it's a lengthy video. It's about an hour and a half long, very detailed, would highly recommend it. And she goes through the whole like Lauren The Mortician situation, talks about Jeanette Braun, talks about some of Jeanette's clients other than Lauren, like Bunny, who we'll talk about later. And like I said, it's a very good video, and I guess you probably won't be surprised to find out that Jeanette really wasn't a big fan of it. So much so that she decided to do the classic Jeanette Braun thing, which is try to take the video down, then when YouTube denies the request, she freaks out and threatens to sue the creator and even YouTube. And it seems like this situation might have actually resulted in Jeanette Braun being fired, I guess you want to call it that. That's what the creator says, but it's more the creators decided to stop working with Jeanette. But it seems like that might have happened due to this situation. Now, before we get into CC Suarez's new video, which is going through like Jeanette Braun's actions and trying to get the video taken down, her emails to YouTube and whatnot, I have to add some context because there's a new character unlocked in this situation we haven't spoke about before, and her name is Bunny. This is a TikTok right here. It's called XOMG It's Bunny. She's very big, right? She has nearly 5 million followers on TikTok, a very big creator. And she, for some unknown reason, decides to work with Jeanette Braun, or at least did decide to work with Jeanette Braun, and she's been very open with the fact that she likes taking down people's videos.
They get mad at us because we have taken down, and I think it's hilarious. And the reason I'll tell you that I have taken down is because, one, you're not gonna bully me and talk and spread lies, and two, I love when they get upset about it.
Me too.
That is hilarious.
A very likable person, as you can see. She first of all says that people's videos criticizing her or bullying her, which that in itself is mental. And secondly, she says the main reason she likes taking down videos is because she finds it hilarious when people are upset about it. Which, I mean, if we're really going to call videos criticizing people bullying, like, would you not put that under the same bracket? You like seeing people upset, do you, Bunny? Now, obviously, I don't think that's bullying, right? But if we're going to use some stupid logic, I'll do it too. But let's go over to CC Suarez's newest video talking about the emails here, right? So this is the email that was sent to Chelsea, CC Suarez, regarding Jeanette trying to take down her video. And it says, "Hello, we received a copyright infringement notification below regarding your video. We believe your content is protected by fair use, fair dealing, or a similar exception to copyright protection. We are writing to let you know that we do not plan to remove your videos at this time. YouTube doing the right thing," okay, right? We always criticize YouTube, but they've been good regarding this whole, like, Jeanette Braun situation recently, haven't they? I think realistically at this point, they might just have a system in place that if Jeanette Braun tries to take a video down, it's probably a load of shite. And quite frankly, I wouldn't blame them for that. But they did the right thing here. They didn't take down the video, and obviously Jeanette wasn't very happy about this. So here is her reply, where she says a few timestamps where there's, like, copyright infringement in her opinion. We'll go through these timestamps in just a second because they're very weirdly chosen. But let's get to the actual message below here that says, "While the burden of proving fair use is in the infringer and not the copyright owner, a fair use analysis has been performed and no fair use was found." A fair use analysis has been performed? By who? Because in Jeanette's own opinion, which we've seen previously with the Paige Christie situation where Jeanette tried taking down Paige's videos, she says that YouTube has no right in saying if something is fair use or whatnot, and the only people that do have the right to say if something is fair use or not is the judiciary system.
Dear YouTube, please share how you have the authority to determine whether the use of my work is fair or not. Only judiciaries can determine if it is fair use, much like claiming self-defense in a murder case.
Yeah, so not only did she say only judiciaries could determine if something is fair use, she also did compare it to murder, which, I mean, classic Jeanette Braun, I guess. But yeah, regardless of that stupid comparison, I would love to know who did this fair use analysis that she speaks of. She then goes on in the email to say, "I am submitting this request to meet the requirements for naming Google/YouTube as a defendant. I am required to give you the option to utilize the safe harbor provided by the DMCA. YouTube has opted out of being able to utilize the DMCA safe harbor for complaint numbers in my past reports. YouTube is not just operating as an intermediary platform, it is operating as a judiciary by deciding infringement is fair use. I am anticipating YouTube will also waive its ability to utilize the safe harbor with this request. After all, the infringer, CC Suarez, Suarez has indemnified YouTube and will be liable to cover YouTube's defense costs. YouTube has no incentive to utilize the DMCA safe harbor. Yeah, so she's basically trying to like intimidate YouTube, which is mental. I mean, good luck with that. And we'll get into further replies in just a second where she's saying that she's basically going to try and like sue Google, which again, good luck with that. But let's actually take a look at some of the timestamps that Jeanette has used here to show the work that has been wrongly used, right? Copyright infringement. And the first timestamp she uses is from 0 seconds to 7 seconds.
Let's see what that is. Interesting. So you own a video of Cody Elise and you own my title cards. Pretty sure I made the graphics for my title cards.
What is it with Jeanette just not knowing how to use the correct timestamps? She did the same with the Do We Know Them podcast, just done the most mental timestamps where her work wasn't even being used. And she's done the same here. The timestamps show the title cards, which is literally something that the creator makes, you know, writing down the title cards, and a different clip. So what do the timestamps mean, Jeanette? And also can we talk about how mental it would be even if it was one of Jeanette's clips? 7 seconds. 7 seconds just trying to get the video taken down for there. The next timestamp she uses are for like 26 seconds, and then what's this, like 12 seconds? Just again, very short periods of time. These clips are just B-roll with stuff going on in the background, like different audio. Like she doesn't exactly have a very strong case, is what I'm trying to say. Now at this point, Jeanette goes on to still try and like threaten YouTube, which is mental in itself. She says, legal question for judges to decide de novo. I don't really know what that means, I'll be honest. Google LLC versus Oracle Inc. Bunch of numbers. Unless YouTube, or you as an employee of YouTube, are a federal judiciary, you do not have the power to determine whether it's fair use or not. To state the obvious, the rule comes from the Supreme Court of the United States, which of course has jurisdiction over YouTube. Remove the stolen art from the video, issue the takedown immediately, and prevent future uploads from appearing on the platform. A bit bossy, Jeanette, don't you think? You are hereby put a notice of the copyright owner's intent to litigate and to name Google/YouTube as a defendant should YouTube waive its protections under the DMCA. Please institute a litigation hold for the reported account and do not delete any electronic data YouTube has stored for the reported video or reported account, which is a habitual violator of the copyright rights. My client currently has the intent to institute litigation and reserves all rights and remedies available to it. So here she is saying that she's going to sue not only CC Suarez, but Google, and says that YouTube must hold CC Suarez or Chelsea's funds, all her revenue and whatnot, until this is solved, I guess? She's basically trying to remove Chelsea's source of income, which is mental. Hold any funds payable to the infringer. Again, a crazy take. Should YouTube possess a general liability insurance policy or a comparable coverage, it may be required to send this letter to them within 24 hours of receipt. Neglecting to do so may lead to the insurance policy declining coverage of your defense. Additionally, please furnish me with the name of your insurance carrier within the same time frame. Something tells me you're not going to get this information out of Google, Jeanette. I mean, if you've got to give Jeanette any credit, she's got, determination. Is that what we'll call it? She's got like this delusional confidence where she genuinely thinks that she's going to take Google to court and win, which again, just wouldn't go well for her realistically. I don't even know how much Google's worth. It's a crazy amount. Like crazy amount of billions. 1,663 billion. Is that not just 1.6 trillion? How do numbers work again? Well, it's a lot, is what I'm trying to say. I'm pretty sure it's 1.6 trillion. I just forgot how numbers work. I feel like Jeanette with her timestamps, like, I just want to apologize for what I said earlier, Jeanette. Like, numbers are really confusing. YouTube then goes on to just reply to Jeanette with, like, a really automated message just saying, like, yeah, it's still fair use. Sorry about that. Jeanette then replies as fuming as ever. She's clearly very angry with YouTube, doesn't really like this response. To which YouTube then replies with pretty much the exact same email, basically copy and pasted. They are so done with Jeanette at this point, and look, we criticize YouTube for their automated responses sometimes. You get like an email, it's clearly just a bot, but if anyone deserves the bot responses, it's Jeanette Braun. But this is where things get a little bit interesting, because obviously these copyright takedowns were on behalf of Bunny, which is Jeanette's client. But Bunny actually commented on one of Chelsea's YouTube shorts talking about this situation, and she says, "Why is my name being brought into this? I've never tried to have any of your videos taken down, girly. Take care." So she is saying that she had nothing to do with this, and it was just Jeanette doing this, but also mentioning Bunny and saying that her client was wanting this video taken down and whatnot. Which could be true, it might not be too, right? I mean, Bunny might be just trying to save her own back, but if it is true, like, Jeanette, give it a rest. I mean, it really wouldn't surprise me if she's going out of her way to try and take down people's videos on the behalf of other people who don't even want the videos taken down and haven't mentioned it at all. That wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. Now, a YouTube lawyer, which does sound quite, like, offensive, that puts him down quite a bit. I don't mean he's pretend to be a lawyer on YouTube. He does YouTube videos, also a lawyer, okay? That's what I mean. His YouTube name is Runkle Off the Bailey, Ian Runkle. He actually went to Twitter to talk about this whole situation, right? So he knows what he's talking about here, and he says, so, Janet Braun filed a DMCA claim against IMCC Suarez, and it's stupid. But then she's now been accused by one of her clients of acting against instructions. As a note, a lawyer who was out acting against instructions would be the very definition of a rogue lawyer. So the people accusing her of being a rogue lawyer now seem to include her clients. Although former client, as the client says she's fired Braun for it. We'll get to that bit in just a second. Or minor aside, Jeanette Braun swore under the penalty of perjury that she was acting as an agent for Bunny XO. So Bunny XO is also effectively accusing her of perjury. So is Bunny XO full of it? Jeanette Braun is going to have to tell us soon, and I explain why. And he's actually uploaded a video talking about all of this. I would definitely recommend it. But just to show you why people believe that Bunny has actually fired Jeanette Braun, there was actually a comment that was left here that says, when there is an attorney using your name to do things to other creators, unfortunately it'll be brought up. No gossip, literal hard paper facts. To which Bunny replies saying, that's on her, not on me. She was fired over this. So she has stated publicly that she's fired Jeanette, and if we're just taking what Ian Bailey just said there, this could cause a lot of trouble for Jeanette, and I mean, hopefully it does. I mean, if there's anyone who deserves repercussions at this point, it's clearly her, in my opinion. But yeah, the situation's still going on, which is wild to me. Realistically, this probably isn't going to be my last video, which is mental in itself. There's probably going to be some more updates. Jeanette's probably going to lose her head again and start, like, trying to sue everybody and anybody. Companies worth fucking trillions of dollars. Makes no sense. But yeah, I would love to know your thoughts down below in the comment section. I'm going to leave it there. So if you did enjoy, please leave a like down below. Subscribe if you are new. Also, subscribe to CC Suarez. She's makes very good videos. Also, subscribe to the other people I mentioned as well. Paige Christie, Runkle Off the Bailey. Great YouTubers as well. I would definitely recommend them. And yeah, until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, goodbye.